Cindrella. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cindrella who lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters. Cindrella was forced to do all of the housework while her stepsisters lounged around the house and bossed her around. One day, the king of the land announced that he was hosting a grand ball, and all of the eligible maidens in the kingdom were invited to attend. Cindrella desperately wanted to go to the ball, but her stepmother and stepsisters forbade her from going. As Cindrella sat alone and cried, a magical fairy appeared and asked her what was wrong. Cindrella explained her situation, and the fairy used her magic to transform Cinderella's tattered rags into a beautiful gown and her old shoes into glass slippers. Cindrella went to the ball, and she was the most beautiful and graceful maiden there. The prince immediately fell in love with her, and they danced together all night long. At the stroke of midnight, Cindrella realized that she had to leave the ball before the magic wore off and her beautiful dress and glass slippers turned back into rags and old shoes. She ran out of the ballroom and left behind one of her glass slippers. The prince searched the entire kingdom for the owner of the glass slipper, and he eventually arrived at Cinderella's house. Cindrella tried on the slipper, and it fit perfectly. The prince was overjoyed, and he asked Cindrella to marry him. Cindrella and the prince were married in a grand ceremony, and they lived happily ever after. The moral of the story is that kindness and goodness will always be rewarded, and true beauty comes from within.